I think a lot of companies sit on equipment because they just don't know what the hell to do with it. Like, I really think like, I've worked at a lot of different companies. I've assisted a lot of different companies in just kinda, asset liquidation, and it's just they all kinda like, "What the hell do we do with it?" Like,
Who's gonna buy
"Will
it?
w are we gonna use this ever again?" And it really takes somebody who's looking at the bigger picture and says, "Hey, look, we have $500,000 worth of equipment and assets, currently on the books that are not being utilized. We could liquidate those $500,000 worth of equipment and redeploy that capital into growth into this new market or this new product line we're going to be coming out with or something along those lines. But it's never the people who are using the equipment usually that has that insight. They just know whether they're going to use it or they're not going to use it. It takes kind of upper management and a lot of times all the way up to the CEO, CFO, COO to really make that determination to when and what to liquidate asset wise and turn back into working capital. And I think the problem is those guys don't know how to liquidate assets. They don't know how to sell old equipment. And, they're if I manufacture windows, right? And so I have all the equipment in here to cut glass and cut the frames and put the frames together and the finishing equipment to wrap it and secure it and get it to, out the door. I know all of that stuff, but if I'm not using this piece of equipment anymore for this window and it's just going to sit there until somebody says, "Hey, we got to sell that." And I think that more and more companies are starting to look towards the auction industry as a whole that says, "You know what? The fastest way to sell this stuff is to put it up for auction. Let this auction company go and notify everybody else in this industry that we're accepting offers and bids on this equipment, and get it out the door, and that they manage the whole thing." And I think we're seeing a lot more of that now than we have in the past.